Welcome, friends. Do you have an inner posture that's putting a filter between you and reality? And as we open up into this that we are, before a concept, before a heartbeat, before a breath, there's already this aliveness. And before any concepts, there's beauty, there's wholeness, there's no gaps, nothing missing. There's immense aliveness. There's dancing life. And our habits of an inner posture create a filter so that we can't notice all that we are. The great thing is that life constantly reveals those inner postures. Do you know all your inner postures? You probably know at least some. Are you somebody who has to do things right, or are you somebody who has to keep things on the edge? Are you somebody who can't be bored? Are you somebody who has to be loving? Whatever the inner postures are, they create a container, and in that container, it's the sensing that notices what we are gets throttled, gets strangulated. There's no blood flow to that sensing when there's a posture in place. But fortunately, the postures cause pain. Every posture, at some point or another, causes pain. Even the one, I have to be kind, I have to create peace. Well, all of them create pain. So the moment that we start to go down that road, when the pain arises, we can notice, oh, this is my moment. This is my moment to choose the real versus the inner posture. So right now, just open up and see, as we relax, what is always here. And if there is a posture present, it may feel dull, it may feel empty and vacant. And so then how do we find the posture to help it relax so our sense can notice the alive flowing, the vitality that is before everything? Well, resisting it only makes it stronger. So to the best of your ability, don't, go over this over and over. Give it a name. Simple name, I must be good. A simple name, I must be prepared. Simple name, I must be safe. Whatever it is. And just extend love. Love and compassion to the part that needed to cope. Use that as a way to cope. That's all the postures are, is a way of coping. So just hold the love there. Tenderly, compassionately. The part that said, I guess I must be unworthy. I guess I can't be safe. I guess I have to do it the hard way. Just hold compassion for it. And then, holding the compassion, notice that there's an opening that starts to happen. And we feel, oh yeah, there's a rightness here. There's a tenderness here. There's a benevolence here. If we aren't even willing to love our parent imagined self, we certainly won't be able to notice the love of the infinite that we are. So the door to the infinite love that we are is loving the pretend self. Just loving its dance, loving its striving, and a gentleness. Nothing to prove, nothing to correct. And then there's a blossoming of newness, a blossoming of a little more freedom, a blossoming of aliveness. And there'll be moments when we don't actually notice any persona here. We notice the already aliveness that's effortless. We notice the very ordinary and yet brilliant energetic fountain that erupts into being. And then there's a relaxing into that, a relaxing into the energetic fountain, a relaxing into the natural being, a relaxing into the ordinary that finds wonder. And this calm, right harmony before categorizing is what we see, is what we are, what we experience. The arguing goes away. The preferences seem pretended. Because the real is what keeps showing up and showing up and showing up. The real before even manifestation, and the real including all manifestation. With no requirements, no demands. Just a surprise and a surprise and a surprise and a surprise. Yeah, there becomes this openness to what is versus us sticking to expectations. You can feel that, right? What happens in the body when we're open to surprises instead of attached to expectations? And then there's the invitation. Each new moment, here's the new surprise, the new invitation to let go of an expectation, a new invitation, a new invitation. And there's never an end to the invitations. There's never an end to them. Every moment, there's a new invitation. Every moment. We can only be present in this moment, none other. And the present being, it's just not attached. The evaluating is gone, the curiosity is there. There's no protecting. no particular charge. There can be humor, there can be lightness, there can be creativity, there can be pausing. And yes, of course, then the pretended me might arise with a preference, but the real, the infinite, the beauty, it's available by simply loving the attachment without investing it with meaning. Oh, yeah, that's right. You always like things happening your way. Oh, yeah, that's right. You always like it when people treat you that particular way. Of course. Of course. And what is? What will turn out here? What will turn out here? Just the willingness to not know, the willingness to discover, the willingness to be held, the willingness to see the unharmability of what we are. And the heart opens, and the heart opens, and the heart opens, and the gut unclenches, and the mind clears. So simple. What we are is in love with what is, and with tasting it without letting it get by, get lost in the middle of our analyzing. Yeah, it just has to be savored. So the arising savoring, the arising, I must be with what is. What is the unharmable immensity. And anything that's getting harmed is not this. Anything that appears to be harmed is a concept. And we can just come back to this thread of experience, the thread of experience, loving all the hurt places, but sensing the deeper, full, natural, more than enough bounty, more than enough beauty, more than enough wholeness. What we are. What we are before any posture, before any guarding, any defending, any prioritizing. It's a flowing experience.